Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? That's fine. I hope you are well all the time. Please, guys, before we begin, prepare your student book. Prepare your student book. Today, inshallah, we will have Unit 10 titled The End. Lesson 5, it's a revision. You can open your student book, page 108. Unit 10, Lesson 5, page 108. Now, guys, I'm sure that you can talk, you can speak in English. Please give yourself a chance to talk. Here are some topics or questions that helps you to talk about. Please tell us more about your weekends, what you did yesterday, about your favorite sport. I need from you to talk about each sentence of these for about one sentence, two sentences, or more if you can. Okay? You can talk about, if you remember, we had how to write a paragraph or how to talk about your school, how to talk about yourself, how to talk about in a topic. Consider that all these sentences are topics that you can talk about. You have for about 2 minutes to read these topics from 1 to 6 and to think what will you say in each one. Now you have 2 minutes to read. Go. That's nice, guys. Let's read number 1. Can you talk about your weekends? I'll give you cues for this sentence. You can talk about what you did in your weekend, where do you go, who do you go with, what can you see, do you enjoy or not, and so on. Can you talk? Okay. If I have a question like this, talk about your weekend, I'll say or I'll write where I go, what do I do there, what I can see there. For me, in my weekend, I go to the park, I see my friends there, we play football, we usually have a nice time. Can you say it again? I go to the park, I see my friends there, we play football, and we have a nice time. I'm waiting for you to write about each one of these. Write for about one sentence or two sentences. You can write more if you have the ability to do that. Okay, number 2. What you did yesterday. What did you do yesterday? Can you talk about what you did yesterday? If I talk about this sentence, I'll say, I went to the mall. I bought many things. I went with my family. We went by car. Let's say it again. I went to the mall. I went with my family. I bought many things. We went by car. Number 3. Can you talk about number 3? Can you talk about your favorite sport? For me, if I'll talk about my favorite sport, I'll say my favorite sport is football. I play football on Fridays. I play football well. I want to be a football player. I think it's easy for you to talk about your favorite sport. Number 4, what you do in the afternoons? Every afternoon, what did you do? Or what do you do every afternoon? For me, I can say I go to the playground. I see my friends. We play football together. You can talk about each subject of these with different sentences. Number 5, some things you have done in the past 2 years. What have you done in the past 2 years? For me, in the past 2 years, I bought a house. I have married. I have bought a car. What about you? What have you done in the past 2 years? Number 6, what you can do. What can you do now? Or you can talk about things you can do. I can run. I can walk. I can play football. I can swim. I can drive a car. Now it's your turn to talk about your weekends, things you did yesterday, your favorite sport, what do you do every afternoon, or things you have done in the past 2 years, and things you can do. You can talk about these things. Let's move to another one. Number 7. Can you talk about your family? I think it's easy for all of you to talk about his family. For me, I can say I'm from Egypt. I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters. My father, my father is a postman, and my mother is a housewife. You can talk more about your brothers, your sister. You can say my father is in grade blah blah, or in a specific faculty or university, and so on. The same thing about your sisters. Number 8, can you talk about your neighborhood? Can you talk about your neighborhood? For me, I can talk about my neighbors. Actually, I have 10 neighbors. They usually visit me. I like them too much. Now it's your turn to talk about your neighbors. Number 9, it's time to talk about your teachers. For me, if I have a chance to talk about my teachers are so kind. They are helpful. They help me all the time to be better. Number 10, something interesting about you. Can we talk about something interesting about you? The thing that I did and I like too much is that I play football well. I can play football well. Number 11, talk about your plans for tomorrow. If I have a chance to talk about my plans for tomorrow, I would say tomorrow inshallah I'm traveling to London. I'll I'll visit many places there and I'll buy many presents for my family. Number 12, it's time to talk about your favorite subject. For me, my favorite subject is English. Sure, it's English. More than it's a subject, it's a language. It's an international language. They need to talk. They need to learn it everywhere. To talk in English everywhere. It facilitates many things for you. I think it's the most important subject. Number 13. What you used to do when you were 5. When I was 5, I used to drink milk. But now, I didn't used to drink milk. Sorry, I didn't drink milk. As we said, number 13, things you used to do when you were 5. I used to drink milk, but now I don't drink milk. Sorry for saying didn't. From number 14 to 20, it's your homework. Now it's your turn to talk in English. Uh, Try to talk about each sentence as a specific subject in itself. Try to say one sentence, two sentences or more if you have the ability to say more or to talk in it in 4 or 5 sentences. It's very good for you. Okay, from 14 to 20, it's your homework for today. You can write 1 or 2 sentences about each one. And please guys, do not forget to do your electronic homework on the school website. I hope you understood everything for this lesson, and inshallah I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.